I finished day 4. I feel accomplished with my life.
And we're back. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? Day 4. Okay. I have a new headset, so I'm sorry if I'm really quiet. I'm trying to fix the settings. Yeah, it's a thing. It's happening. I also adjusted the game settings, so everything's a little bit quieter. Hopefully that makes up for it if you have to turn up the volume too loud to hear me. I don't want you all breaking your ears and stuff. Okay.
Hold on a sec, what's wrong with this? It, fuck, I'm gonna have to re-record. I don't want to record. But I got it. I gotta re-record. Okay, so I have to re-record. And, yeah. Apparently, all of the shit must be re-recorded. So, excuse me if I don't seem surprised by any of the shit that's gonna happen to me. Okay then. Strange. Where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga Dimitrievna had already left, and there was nobody to force me to go to the lineup. Thus, I can sleep a bit more. I closed my eyes, but it seemed like consciousness had already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to at least find out something today. Still, nothing came to my head. Fine. I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On the way to washstands, I met Zahenna. And I also dropped my headphones slightly, but it's okay. What's get you up so early? Anything wrong with being up early? She looked at me as if I had insulted her. No, nothing, just curious. None of your business. Gosh, Hannah isn't very sympathetic even when she's in a good mood. But today she just looked furious. Cold water perked me up, the fog in my head dissipated, and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about finding a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers. I brushed my teeth and was going to leave when a quiet sound wafted past my ears. It's probably a squirrel or some other animal. I heard another sound, this time a bit farther. I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody. Just the morning forest. I returned to the washstand and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Oh, hello, good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder just trying to gather it all back up. The dewy grass didn't seem to be helping matters. Are you sure that's a good idea? Oh, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was the last I had. She pouted like a child who had just had her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I'll give you mine. I dug into my bag. No tooth powder there. Strange. Didn't I just put it there? I walked away for just a minute, and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I've forgotten it. I didn't want to tell her that I had just gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household goods would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Well, I'll be off. Yeah, cheers! Visit me in the music club. I'm still alone there. What about we? I mean I. Miku's voice faded in the freshness of the summer morning far behind me. He's so mean to Miku. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked at the battery meter. Enough power for the day, maybe even less. Okay, I addressed this the last time I recorded this, but his battery life is shit. Like, I call bullshit on that battery life. There's no way it's lasted 3.5 days. course, it won't help me much in here, but still, finding a charger in the 80s would mean inventing it. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on his cell phone battery life. Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over this space and time-displaced pioneer Camp Sylvianok, warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. Yes, there was an unusually large crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why they were all crowding on the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like all the camp had gathered at the porch. There were all the familiar girls, Olga Dimitrievna and Electronic. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Semyon, have you seen Shrek today? Nope. What's the matter? We haven't been able to find him since early morning. Disappeared pioneers. Well, that's new. But he was with you yesterday. She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't anywhere to be found? No. Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought he got up earlier and went to wash up or something. Did he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Slavia. For example? That he was going somewhere, for instance. Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. You don't know Shrek. She looked over at me seriously. Well, no. I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in this situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. How could he miss breakfast? Eliana grinned. Exactly. Time to eat anyway. The pioneers proceeded into the canteen. Yet again, I had no choice where to fit in. The only free place was at the table with Alicia and Eliana. Take a seat. She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you gonna get your food? Good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Today's breakfast didn't look much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible to avoid yet another Eliana prank. Wanna go to the beach with us today? When? Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation wasn't on my agenda today, but if I was going to spend my time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting a suntan? Sure, why not? Ah, cool. She smiled nicely. I bet you're planning another prank. No, not at all. Eliana waved her hands at me. Sure she is. Alyssa grinned. She's always like that. I looked at Alyssa attentively and suddenly remembered yesterday evening. Her strange behavior, our quarrel. But now she looked like usual. Maybe there's no need to say anything to her. Though I wasn't going to. At the end of the day, everything that happened that night stopped seeming unusual, as if it was all just a dream. No way! I think she's right. Nobody believes me. Eliana took her tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal, she said in such a way which left no doubt. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Me and Alyssa were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why's that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly would that be? She looked. I need to. No, I'm good. She looked in my eyes and I couldn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit. Try mine. You think it will fit me? Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks. Those words only added to my fear. Get for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there? Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs to wait for my date. Pioneers, all having their own business, hurried past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager their age, their comrade, you would say. I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not as much caution as I had on the first day. Indeed, Alyssa was back in a couple of minutes. Ready? Ready for what? She gave me the trunks, though you could hardly call them trunks. They looked like pink boxers decorated with butterflies and flowers. Actually, they were boxers. I'm almost afraid to ask, but where did you get these? Too scared to put them on? Well, you know, I have not the slightest intention of doing so. I appreciated her joke, but I wasn't going to get... Words. Okay. I appreciated her joke, but wasn't going to make myself a laughingstock. Put them on, she said roughly. Why don't you try them on instead of me? I think that the color of the swimsuit would set off your eyes very nicely. Let's make a bet. I had no desire to accept her bets. No, thank you. Alright, you either go to the beach wearing them or you turn naked. Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option seems better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Then I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my cabin. Why would I do that? How should I know? She burst into laughter. I didn't want to argue with Alyssa, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. But not in those flamboyant trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late! She ran after saying that. I dragged my feet to the leader's cabin to get a towel and to hopefully find something like trunks. Olga Dimitrievna was waiting for me in the room. Simeon, did you hear anything about Trig? Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel. Are you going somewhere? Yes, to the beach. Wait, do you have swimming trunks? I came here without any luggage, as I recall. Strange, that fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter. No. So what will you wear? Good question. What? I do not currently know. Wait a minute. She walked to the wardrobe and unlocked the drawer. In a moment she had a pair of normal black trunks. Where did she get those? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous session might have forgotten them. Considering all the strange things in his camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga Dimitrievna's room. Thanks. The trunks were just my size. Huh. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I recognized only Alyssa and Ileana. Come here! I walked over to them and sat on the sand. I see you found something better. She stared at my trunks and smirked. As you can see. Come on, swim! I don't want to. Maybe later. I was not a fan of swimming. See it yourself. The girls ran into the water. Why did I come here? Why am I not out looking for answers? Should I care about it now? Sylvianac seemed normal. Certainly, a lot of strange things have happened to me during these 3.5 days. but not one of them, taken separately, seemed all supernatural. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding so much as a clue. On the contrary, everything that has happened has only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? I won't get any truth from the local residents, though I doubt they even know it. Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk, considering that I don't even know where I am? Turns out that my only option is to wait. After some time, the ghost came back. Ileana held something in her hands. Look! I looked up and saw a crayfish. Just a normal crayfish. Ileana lay next to me and started tormented. Leave the poor animal alone. Why? It's just a crayfish. So what? It has a right to live too. I'll rip its claws off and ask the cook to boil it for dinner. As if we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Alyssa. She seemed to be totally uninterested in Ileana's fun with the foresty creature. Tell her! What's wrong? It's a crayfish. It deserves it. It looked like the girls missed their lessons on nature in primary school and lacked empathy for the environment. Give it! I snatched the crayfish off Ileana. Suit yourself. I was a little surprised she didn't resist. I looked into the eyes of the poor animal. They didn't express anything at all, but I thought that if it could speak, it would certainly be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN Convention of Animal Rights. To tell the truth, I wasn't sure that would help. Yeah, the UN of... Yeah, okay. Whatever, Simon. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. Never mind, I'll catch more. There are plenty of them here, said Ileana. No doubt about it, I mumbled. Time passed, and I was getting sleepy. I fell asleep. I don't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all. But I woke up when someone shook my shoulder. Olga Dimitrievna stood next to me. Did you come to swim too? I asked, still half asleep. No. It's almost time for lunch, and we still can't find Shrek, Delia said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. And? I want you to go look for him. Seems like I'm the only pioneer in this entire camp. I was sincerely outraged. Every time it was getting clear that Olga Dimitrievna considered me her errand boy, to be used like a slave. Or vice versa. If I came to you, then I want you to help me. Why exactly me? However, after giving it some thought, I decided to agree. After all, my shoulders and back got sunburned while I was sleeping, and searching for Shrek would let me get acquainted with unexplored locations of the camp. Okay. It's not exactly right to wander around wearing only swim trunks, so I should get changed first. 10 minutes later, I stood outside Olga Dimitrievna's cabin, deciding where to go. Okay, so last time I went to the forest and the boathouse, but the boathouse first, forest later. So I'm probably going to do that again, just because it has to be done. Like, if I don't do what I did before, I'm going to feel horrible. Because you miss, like, the forest we have to do. The forest we have to do, because that is a wonderful experience, and you guys certainly cannot miss that. And the boathouse, I feel like we have to do. Okay. Let's go. What about me?